Sure. So my name is Dawn Andrew. I am the service manager here at Rocky Mountain in Mooseman. I have been here about 2.5 years now.
Cool. So if you think back to a time before Brilliant Harvest and Rocky Mountain kind of collaborated to bring you guys the RME assistant, what were some of the bigger challenges that you faced at your dealership around staffing or training or just keeping up with customer requests?
Everybody's learning a new system. Everybody's learning new equipment, or the skill set that we're hiring, we're maybe training because they haven't worked on this type of equipment before. We may have brought someone in from the construction side of things. Then the next challenge comes is I am not a mechanic myself by trade. So in trying to help these guys, then we run into how do we get everybody the information they need and the communication.
Yeah. So now that you are using Brilliant Harvest, now that you've got the RME assistant, how has this tool helped your team do more with the staff that you do have?
It's been awesome. I actually have one fellow working for me now. He started here in the summertime, and
one more, please.
sorry about that. And this fall, he is. Him and I have used the Brilliant Harvest app with it on his phone a lot. So since I've got the app, it gives me the opportunity to look at what other work orders did to complete the job he's going to do. So it saves him looking through all kinds of manuals and scrolling through all kinds of information online. Sometimes he didn't know before he left the shop what he was going to be working on. So I can get a code. I can look it up on Brilliant Harvest, share my chat with him. All the information that I just found is right there for him to scroll through. I don't have to just pick the highlights and send what I hope is going to be the piece that's valuable information to him. I did the research where I had better cell service. He just needs to get his cell phone to be able to function well enough to be able to open that up and look at it and go from there. And that's helped, with me and the techs directly a lot. And then there's the customer aspect as well for myself at the office here.
For sure. So is there one specific instance that maybe sticks out in your mind where you've been able to, maybe it's just a time saver where instead of having a tech diagnose something in the field, you were able to help him, or a situation where you've been able to reduce your technician's frustration, or just maybe just better customer service? Is there one instance that sticks out to you?
Absolutely. I have a customer here that the tech's just coming home from today. Has an older model tractor that our online manuals and stuff don't keep up so well. Very cumbersome to work through. But when the customer first called me in, he was complaining, I changed this control panel 200 hours ago. It's failed again now. This is the code it's giving me. What's going on? While him and I were on the phone, he was frustrated. He was like, I'll just spend $1,000 and put the new part in again and see if it lasts longer this time. I was like, well, just give me a minute. Let's see what this tells us. So, in a few minutes on the phone with him, I was able to put that information into Brilliant Harvest. It scanned through that cumbersome manual for me far quicker, found me some information to reassure him and tell him, hey, we can come out and we can do these quick few tests, test the system, see what's going on, and then confirm whether we need to put that control panel in or not at that point. And he went from, I need someone that knows what they're doing and this is costing me so much money, to, oh, that seems like a plan that should work. When's your guy going to be here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, I was able to do what I would have done otherwise eventually far quicker. It was within the phone call. We had that conversation, had that information. And then it carried over to when the tech left today. I had pages printed out with those diagnosing steps because I know where he's going. He's going to have virtually no cell service, but it was all there ready to go for the service call today in that one, following that one phone call. There was no more research for me to have to do. I had it done. It was printed, ready to go, move on to the next project.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great story. Definitely a great win for, well, all parties involved.
Yes, yeah,
Customer, technician, and yourself, right? So if you think about being able to collect on that bill as well, how much less of a conversation you're probably going to have because
yeah,
you didn't have someone who didn't know what they were doing diagnosing this stupid tractor and
and
took them
taken
so
forever.
long and they had 200
Yeah,
bucks an hour and blah blah blah. So
yeah,
there's a lot,
exactly.
probably a lot of wins in that scenario.
Yes,
Maybe
yes.
some confidence in the customer, between the customer and the service department as well for future work, right? So
Absolutely. And the tech that went out to the field took the information, used it, it worked just like he was supposed to. What it had got me for information worked
yeah,
on that machine and
that's
did
great.
what we needed to do as well. So it was
Cool.
accurate information that was actually usable in the field when we got there too.
That's awesome.